My excitement for this NBA season is well chronicled, but one quote from Media Day took me into overdrive. One quote makes me want to completely flip my thoughts on one team.
Dude, it feels good to feel good. I haven't felt like this since college, high school,
And with that one quote, I am 100% back to believing in Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, I've been a Zion believer since his school videos started going viral on the internet. The power, the athleticism, this was stuff I had never seen before. Ever. It was different than Derrick Rose and LeBron James. There was a level of physicality and power that you never see on someone that young. But before the injuries, before the frustration, let's remember why the world fell in love with him in the first place. He went to Duke with two other elite high school players. Two players who were supposed to do better than him in college. Well, that's not quite what happened.
To defend, and he starts right there with number 3. With the pressure, there it is.
Gets the takeaway.
Okay. Are you serious? The great footwork, the handle. Oh, look at this here. His teammates are jumping with joints. They see that in practice.
Zion took over from day one. People thought his lack of skill would limit him. He was too raw and too reliant on his physical tools. He quickly showed those thoughts were wildly wrong. His playmaking, ball handling, and defensive instincts popped. All things we didn't notice in high school because the dunk highlights sucked up all the oxygen in the Zion room. And then the NBA happened, and instead of highlight reels, we got medical reports. To say his pro career has been a little disappointing would be an understatement. He's played in 214 of the possible 410 regular season games for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's hard to live up to any hype when you play only 52% of your games. But it's not like he hasn't shown up in those 214 games though. Averaging 25 points on 59% shooting in just 31 minutes a game is damn good. But as we know with Zion, it goes much deeper than basic counting stats. When he is on the floor, the whole defense is on high alert. His style completely bends and breaks defenses in ways we haven't seen since early 2000s Shaq. His first NBA game versus the Spurs, coming off a meniscus injury. 22 points, 4 for 4 from 3, and shooting 73% in 18 hyped minutes?
We might see some zone. Here is Zion stepping back, pulling the trigger, and hitting a three. Here's a lob to Zion, and he finishes over the rope.
I think Nico Melli is coming in for him right here.
Here's Zion for 3, hit it again! They want Zion to get it. Here he is. And Pirtle blocked it. Zion gets it back and finishes. Zion gives it up. Gets it back. Here he is again. Got it again! Gets it back. Zion for 4. Welcome to the NBA!
Year 2, end of the season versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. 37 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists on 82% shooting. Complete and utter domination.
Body to try and pick up that 4th foul.
18 now for DeJounte and almost taken away. It is taken away.
Uh-oh.
Showtime. Go for it. Pels by 4.
The Year 4 play-in game against the Los Angeles Lakers. 40, 11, and 5.
Alvarado, he's got 10. Finds Williamson. Push from behind. Dunk is there. To Reeves. It's a long 3. Rebound fought for inside. Claimed by Nance. Here come the Pelicans. With a chance to tie inside. Zion Williamson. Comber the NBA app for more. Season high 38 Williamson driving inside.
Absolutely carrying a lesser team on an epic comeback win until disaster.
For more. Season high 38 Williamson driving inside.
He is getting absolutely to his spot.
At the break, you thought you saw him grimacing and in pain.
Well, he's headed to the locker room. We don't know the extent of the injury, but clearly not happy
This has been the story of his young career. Injury, conditioning, and weight issues have overshadowed what could be a top 10 player in the league. It's hard for people to believe in the 52% when the other 48% has taken over. He has had pretty much all of the injuries. Hamstring, knee, ankle, back, toe, you name it, he's hurt it. I think it would be easier if I named what he hasn't hurt more than what he has. If it was just that, that wouldn't be such an issue. But it hasn't been just the injuries. The Pelicans had so little faith in his work ethic and dedication that they added a weight clause into his 5-year, $197 million contract. In the contract, it states that he must do periodic random weigh-ins throughout the season, and if his weight and body fat percentage combined exceeds 295, then the Pelicans have the ability to reduce the guaranteed money in his salary. A team doesn't put that in a contract if they believe in you, and if they trust your dedication. It led to clips like this.
Not gonna lie, we saw some footage of Zion Williamson that caught your guys' attention, and I'd like to see it now. So this is Zion warming up. We don't have him. It could be another 2-3 weeks, but Chuck, you had a visceral reaction to this.
It looked like me and Shaq had a baby. It's like, what they gonna do, man? I look like I quit.
But that's why this one quote stopped me in my tracks, because it wasn't just words, it was different. Here's the full quote.
We came up with a plan, and from boxing to working out on the football field a lot to just different random workouts. And during that time frame last year, I really felt a shift in my body to where I would look at him and go, dude, it feels good to feel good. I haven't felt like this since college, high school, just where I can walk in the gym and I'm like, I feel good.
And that's not just him talking. His teammate, future star Trey Murphy III, said Zion looked slimmer than I've ever seen him during the summertime, which is always a good sign, and I feel like he's in a really good place mentally. The last part may be the most important part. Mentally in a good place. And it turns out it wasn't just Zion. The Pelicans rebuilt the front office around him, and for the first time, feels like he has people. Joe Dumars and Troy Weaver holding him accountable. This is what Zion said about Dumars. He's going to hold me accountable, and as he holds me accountable, he's going to give me a lot of responsibility as well, which I'm excited for. I know he's going to hold me to a really high standard, and if I slip up or anything, I know he's going to be right there to make sure I get back on track. He and GM Troy Weaver embraced me, and I just told them I'm not going to let y'all down. It helped a lot that they really believed in me. Now, that doesn't sound like the same Zion we've been watching for the past 5 years with the Pelicans. That sounds like a man who's finally ready to lead.
Did you follow any of the stuff? I mean, it seems like we got bombarded with it on social media about how good you looked, how happy you were, the excitement. I saw where even like the MVP odds swung significantly because of your look and mood yesterday, or is that just kind of outside noise?
Outside noise. Like I said at the press conference, none of that stuff means nothing to me. Whoever was here when we were working and people doubted us, that's who I want to celebrate with when that time comes.
This sounds and looks like a man who is realizing what he has right in front of him. A man who is ready to take the next step and be the leader of the Pelicans. Sounds like a man who is ready to be a dude. If this is the year Zion finally puts it all together, and I'm praying that it is, the Pelicans aren't just making noise. They're blowing the doors off the Western Conference, and the NBA, well, they're not ready for this version of Zion Williamson. Now, if you want to see 2 other players ready to break out this NBA season, check out my videos on the Rockets' Amen Thompson and the Pistons' Cade Cunningham. And hey, since you're still here, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us reach more NBA fans just like you and helps us produce high-quality content just like this every single week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.